If you watched the latest IPL season, you saw Indian batters dismantle bowling attacks under the lights of packed stadiums. The environment was built for high energy and heavy run scoring, and the team capitalized on it. But just weeks later, during the tours of Ireland and England, that momentum vanished. Under heavy, overcast skies, that dominant batting lineup struggled to find its rhythm. The data suggests a disconnect between the team's preparation and the specific environmental demands of the European circuit. To understand the drop, we have to look at why the same strategies that produced record-breaking seasons in India struggled to gain traction in Ireland and England. The results highlight a widening performance gap between home turf dominance and the tactical requirements of a different climate. This cross-section shows the condition gap. India's hard, flat pitches create predictable bounce, making power hitting a high-reward strategy. In contrast, England's softer, lush green turf, combined with overcast weather, causes the ball to deviate sharply off the pitch and swing laterally. On top of this volatile ball movement, overseas stadiums typically feature significantly larger boundary dimensions, requiring much more distance to clear the ropes. The Indian team's game plan didn't account for these altered variables. They approached the crease as if they were still playing in Mumbai. When a strategy is forced into an incompatible environment, aggression stops being an asset and becomes a self-destructive flaw. The Indian top order carried over a power-hitting mindset from the IPL, looking to clear the boundaries from the opening overs. This top-down vector diagram shows why that approach fails mechanically. When a batter swings with a rigid, straight bat path to generate power, the margin of error to connect with a laterally swinging delivery is narrow. To survive these conditions, batters must prioritize timing and strike rotation over brute force. Instead, by constantly hunting for boundaries and missing, they failed to rotate the strike. The dot balls piled up, pressure mounted, and the top order lost their wickets before building partnerships. Adhering to a power-hitting script in conditions that demand nuance exposed a lack of tactical adaptability within the batting lineup. The failure extended beyond the batting lineup. The bowling unit struggled with length during the crucial death overs. This side-profile trajectory graph illustrates the problem. Indian bowlers repeatedly delivered the ball into a landing zone that works on slower Indian pitches. Overseas, that exact same length sits up for the batters to punish. Contrast this predictability with Ireland and England's approach. The home teams bowled with strict discipline, protecting their short boundaries while forcing the Indian batters to hit to the longest parts of the ground. While India operated with rigid predictability, the opposition analyzed all those patterns and capitalized on every minor mistake. Success in modern T20 requires a strategy that evolves alongside the pitch, rather than a single approach applied to every stadium. This collapse has triggered an administrative response. BCCI officials will now review the technical gaps that left the squad unable to adjust during the tour. The review will have to answer a difficult question. Can the current roster of players successfully unlearn their ingrained IPL habits and adopt a more nuanced tactical approach? Or does consistent overseas success require a different squad profile, featuring players naturally suited to handle swinging conditions from the start? Look at the data and decide for yourself. Is this collapse a fixable mindset problem, or proof that India needs different players for their overseas tours?